going on, Hive Warriors? It's your boy Edward V, and today we actually got a juicy one. Since you guys want me to continue doing these weight loss transformation commentary videos, I found one that gives us so much information, so much data on this anecdotal experience of this individual. And boy, is it a good one. I'm gonna go ahead and break it down in this video. Stay tuned. Quickly, before we start the video, don't want to bog you down, but if you do want to jump rope with an ergonomic design, aluminum handle, and swivel design, you can't go wrong with the Fledge Fitness jump rope. It's only $16.50. You can click on the top right-hand corner of this video or down in the description box below. And of course, as always, guys, thank you so much for your support. Now let's go ahead and jump right into the video. Now, this channel is called Working Things Out. And the video, the reason why it's so good, one of the reasons why it's so good is obviously because of how the video was put together, what he did. It was a very quick video, but he has so much data inside the video with it being so quick. It was pretty remarkable how he figured to put all this data in there and make it such a snappy video. But on top of that, the video took place 3 years ago. So it's a transformation that didn't just happen. So the beauty of that is that, well, we can look at him now and see how much weight loss was sustained. Because remember, weight loss is not that big of a problem in the United States, for example. Weight regain is the main problem. Many people lose weight, but so many people regain that weight back. It's the ability to sustain weight loss that's incredibly difficult to pull off. But before we jump into the whole moving forward into the future 3 years, which is currently the present, I want to talk about his beautiful weight loss video and how detailed this thing was, because it touches on a lot of the scientific elements that I explain to you guys when it comes to weight loss and what you should be focusing on, where your target, where your reticle should be looking at so that you do not get demotivated. Now, this man lost 100 pounds, 100.01 pounds to be exact, but he lost it all within a course of 1 year. Now, before he started losing this weight, or before he went into this particular trajectory, he would lose weight and regain it, lose weight and regain it. And he figured that he needed a mindset change. So it looked like he started to really hold himself accountable. And one beautiful thing that he did is that he had created a line chart that was behind him showing his weight loss. And if it went up, he'll make it go up. If it went down, he'll make it go down. But the beautiful thing is that if you look at the line chart, and I absolutely love this, you would see that his trajectory for his weight loss is downward. But you will see these small spikes. Those small spikes, guys, those individual small spikes are the spikes that literally derail 90% of people who are trying to lose weight within the first week, month, or first 2 weeks. Within its infancy, within the infancy of weight loss, many people get derailed whenever they see any directional change on the scale. If it goes up, you instantly think that something went wrong. You instantly think that what you're doing no longer works, that you're wasting your time because the scale went up. Obviously, in the beginning, there's that massive drop that you're going to see because you haven't done anything. There's a lot of water weight that's going to be released. And now you're going to start seeing what your true body weight is with the body fat. But when you start seeing those spikes, please, I implore you, push through. If you're at a caloric deficit, if you are doing the things that you need to be doing, you will continue to lose weight. It's just that simple. Push through those spikes. Those are the exact spikes that I'm always telling you to push through, and why you should not give so much power to the scale because of weight fluctuations. But he was smart as well. On top of having the line chart for his weight, he also checked his body fat percentage. Now, he used a bioimpedance scanner, which is kind of like, it sends an electrical shock through your body, and depending on the speed in terms of the electrical shock going through your body and returning to the other side, it determines how much body fat you have in your body. Now, these things are not 100% accurate, but they can give you a general understanding of how much body fat you're carrying. Remember, they're not 100% accurate. Even fat calipers are not 100% accurate, but they give you a set point or a starting point that even if you continue to use these body fat calipers, you can see reductions happening on the numbers, so you know that you're reducing. Even if you're technically not at 20% body fat and you're actually at 30%, it will start to reduce. So if you see 15% body fat, then that means that you went down from 30 to 25%. So at least you know that what you're doing is bringing down the body fat. Now, his weight started at 247 pounds. Unfortunately, I don't recall him showing his height. So his weight was 247, but he did look pretty big. And he reduced that all the way down to 147, which is an incredible feat, because 147 pounds is really low. But he got it down there, and he was very lean. On the bioimpedance scan, it showed that he was 9% body fat when it was all said and done. He had a lot of extra skin, but his routine was very clear. You could tell he used multiple meals. He had a lot of greens, and he did things like chicken. And also, he walked. You could see that he walked. And you could tell that with the way he edited the video. I don't know if this was in like storytelling in terms of how it actually happened, but he did walk, and then you start to see him riding bike. Because remember, guys, you can still do this with walking. Don't get me wrong. You could still use walking to increase your intensity, but you do have to increase the intensity of your workout, which naturally tends to happen. Once you start feeling lighter, you can walk faster, you can walk farther, or you can start to jog, or you can start to ride bike. It naturally happens because you feel more energy, and the thing that you're doing currently just seems to be too easy. And because it seems to be too easy for you, it's a natural transition to doing more things or doing more taxing cardio that actually helps you burn more body fat. And remember, cardio is super important because of the post energy burn that you get, the epoch after your workouts, that some studies show can last up to 38 hours. So it is a good addition to your weight loss strategy to have cardio implemented, but it is also an amazing addition to your weight loss strategy to have muscle building, resistance training strategies implemented as well, which he intelligently applied. Because many people do the diet, do the cardio, forget about the resistance training. But if you remember about the resistance training, if you focus also on resistance training, you build muscle. And what happens when your calories come in? Now your calorie partitioning is working in your favor, because instead of storing most of those calories as body fat, your body has to account for the muscles that you're building, and it has to distribute calories towards that muscle and making you more metabolically active. Remember, guys, lean tissue is the primary driver for your metabolic rate. So as you're losing weight and reducing your actual weight, your body weight, so reducing your energy output per whatever thing you do in terms of walking, running, whatever it is, your metabolism will slow down. So why not fight against that by elevating it as much as you can with lean muscle tissue growth? Because as I said, that is the primary driver for your metabolic rate. So all of that, it's an orchestra that helps you actually push out the body fat while elevating all of the other things that are healthy for you. Now, he said that he felt happy. He was okay with what he was doing. He stuck for it for 1 year, and he looked very impressive with his weight loss. He also was taking protein. So he was taking his grams per lean pound of body weight very seriously so that he could actually build muscle. He wasn't just doing resistance training. He was also ensuring that he was getting the amount of protein that he needed to build and sustain that muscle. And the cool thing is that when you're big and you haven't built muscle, or you haven't really gone to the gym, or definitely when you're at a certain body fat percentage, you can do body recomp. So he was building muscle, guys, at the same time losing the body fat. He's going in this direction, all of it working in his favor. Very, very well executed. And then on top of that, if you look at the chart, when it started getting down to the wire, you can see a massive plateau hit. A massive plateau hit. This is the thing that knocks 99.99998% of people right out of the entire regimen. Look how long it took this plateau to actually snap. He plateaued because the more weight you lose, the harder it is for you to lose the weight. It's just the reality of the situation. You are carrying less weight. Things that you are doing are requiring less energy. Your body's actually trying to reduce energy output as your body passes the weight set point that it feels comfortable at. Metabolic adaptation starts to take place. All of these things working together to grind the gears to a halt so that you can stop losing weight. But he powered through that plateau. He felt good about what he was doing, and he made sure that that wasn't gonna stop him. He already figured, you know what? I'm at such a good place and I've done so well. Why would I stop just because I'm seeing this plateau effect happening? And then after some time, after he kept going and not stopping, he broke through that plateau and reached his 100 pounds loss in 1 year. So that whole system, everything he did was absolutely fantastic. Now, I don't believe he used intermittent fasting to do it. He used what he felt was working for him, that gave him that rhythm, that gave him that momentum. But then we move on to seeing how he looks 3 years from there. Now, I suspected that I would see weight gain because the amount of weight that he lost and how lean he became looked very difficult to maintain. It was very difficult to maintain. And I was right. 3 years later, he did gain some weight. It doesn't look like he gained all his weight back, but he did gain some weight, which is why I always stress that no matter how fast you lose the weight or how slow you lose the weight, you must make sure that you feel 100% comfortable with the way your lifestyle is, with the trajectory of losing weight, with moving towards losing weight. You have to make sure that what you're doing to get to lose that weight is a comfortable lifestyle. I found intermittent fasting to be very comfortable for me. That's why it's been 8 years and I can still stick to my intermittent fasting system. I can gain weight to build some muscle and reduce weight, but I will never, ever, ever come close to what I used to be because I have it all understood and controlled, and it just feels natural to me. I got to the point psychologically, mentally, that this is just a natural way for me to live. You have to make sure that what you do is a natural way for you to live. Now, he's still doing his thing. He's making videos. I didn't go so deep into his channel. I just saw that transformation video, and then I just peeked to see how he looked now, about 3 years later, just to see what actually happened to him, and also to stress the fact that after I saw what I saw, that you have to find something that's sustainable. But he knows what he needs to do. Now, if he can figure out a way to make it more of a lifestyle, a full-blown lifestyle, and not just a target, because sometimes when you don't have a target, it's just harder to maintain it. But if you have like this target that you're working towards, you can keep yourself going that way. But once you reach there, sometimes it's hard to figure out what to do next and where do you go from here. And some people kind of reward themselves with just cutting back on everything that they've been doing, but they cut back too much and then they start to regain the body fat. But he didn't regain all of it. From what I can tell, he didn't regain. He went up to like 50% of what he was, but he is starting to try to lose the weight again from what it appears. And he does genuinely seem very, very happy, which is very, very important. And I'm super happy that he made such a well-constructed video on weight loss transformation. I would go as far as to say that his weight loss, 100-pound weight loss video is possibly the best 100-pound weight loss video that I have ever seen on YouTube. That's how far I would go because of how much data he was able to cram in into his video in such a short amount of time. But it just be so in your face so you know what you're seeing. Bravo. Of course, I'm going to put a link to that video down in the description box below so you can take a look at it. You can go to his channel. You can subscribe. He's still talking about stuff. He's doing quarantine things. He's talking. He's still there, and he's taking you through a new journey, possibly, of him losing weight. So you should definitely go ahead and check him out. Of course, I want to thank my patrons from my Patreon. And I'm going to go ahead and put their names right up here. And as always, guys, I'll see you on Sunday for another FAQ. Peace!